Yo, check it out. We're getting the live started up. So give me a second, guys. What's up, Weedy? Let's get it, FightHype. What up, what up? What up, Coral? So let's go, Ryan. Jose says shot. What's up, what's up? Let's get the live set up. What do you guys think, man? One more sleep. One more sleep, guys. Sheesh. What a weigh-in, guys. Like I said, we're just getting this booted up real quick and going straight up right into it. We're just gonna talk some good old Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia. Junior Chucky. Yo, what's up, man? Devin easy. We're gonna have our final, this will be our final prediction kind of show, right? We're pretty much at this moment in time. We'll put our bets in and we'll come back to this stream. Anybody who knows anybody who follows boxing knows Haney's going to win. We're gonna get right all into this reel. We're gonna get all into this 3-2-7-7. So, like I said, I'm just waiting till the stream get warmed up a little bit. Everyone come in, get their seats, get their popcorn, go to the restroom. We're gonna get this going right. Weedy says Regis 2.0. Damn. What up, Luke? Luke Joseph. We're just getting the stream going up. Did they renew the deal? What up? ×3. What up, what up, what up? Gracia, shout out from Long Beach, California. What's up, man? Long Beach in the house. Viva Mexico. What's up? Persian Empress, let's go. Hey, man, I need all your guys' opinions on this show, man. This is gonna be the one and only, the final prediction before we get into the fight tomorrow, man. Who you got April 25 hype though? I'm gonna get right into it. I'm gonna give it one more minute, and then we're gonna go live, like officially. We're gonna chat, we're gonna talk shit, we're gonna dissect, we're gonna talk about everything we saw at the weigh-in. Ryan Garcia, was it beer? Was it apple juice, like he said? He said it was apple juice, just so you know. Ryan feet too slow. Watching from Haiti. Oh, that's what's up, man. We got a global chat, man. We got the best chat in boxing in the whole entire world, so. Yeah. We're about to go live. Just in T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. All right, what up, everyone? It's Ron Goodall from FightHype.com, the one in many guys that cover the sport over there. We got my boy Hans and Kevin Garcia on the ground in New York City at the Barclays Center, capturing all the hot stuff that you see. So, what do you guys think, man? It is one sleep away. All the build-up, all the crazy shenanigans, all the hoopla, the mischievous acts from Ryan Garcia, all the tactics. It doesn't matter anymore because they got on the scales. They both didn't make weight, but they both agreed to still fight, and that's what we got. We got to fight tomorrow. So, just want to let everybody know we're about to just go over all the footage that we got today, and just a quick roll call. Where's everybody at? Where everyone's from? Right now, I'm out in Las Vegas, the fight capital of the world. All right, documenting and getting all the great stuff for you guys. But let's go over the chat. I read a little bit earlier right there, and let's go Ryan. Let's get a FightHype. What up, Weedy? What up, Junior Chucky? Real, Luke, HP, Gracias, Man, Persian, Real. You guys are the first ones in here. That's right. It was vinegar. My man said it was vinegar in that bottle, right? So Ryan lost the bet, and they tried to tell him. Right? They did try to tell him. Overhand right, Ryan, good night. All right? So what I want to do, right? I want to have like a receipt. I want everybody at some point in this stream give their predictions on who they have winning the fight. Because between today and tomorrow, because we're going to be doing a live kind of like fight compare. We're just going to kick it and stuff. I'm going to have the receipts. because I'm gonna pull up the chat. The chat's gonna be here. Everyone's gonna give their picks, and then on Sunday, We can point at all the people who got it wrong. We can point at me for getting it wrong. And just have a good time, right? So, do they need to renew the fight deal? Like, did they have to renegotiate? No, Ryan just had to pay the fine. Ryan had to pay the fine. They both missed weight? Nah, Devin made weight. Devin made it at, see, hints right here. Ryan Garcia misses weight. So Devin made the contract, the 140, and he's the champion. So in order to compete for the title, you have to make weight. You have to make the weight. And unfortunately, Ryan will be fighting again without the potential chance of winning for a title. So, look, FightHype, Ryan been not taking his fight serious. Devin got the experience advantage, got the better jab, better footwork, better ring IQ, better discipline, better overall, better boxer overall. So, all right, so I'm gonna jump right into my prediction, right? Because this is really what it's about, the prediction. But we're gonna go into the whole stuff we saw. I'm gonna go right on record and say I got Devin Haney. I got Devin Haney. Does Ryan pay the money to Devin? Yeah, the money goes on Devin's side. All of it. Got it. I'm going right here, Devin Haney. All right. Does he get it by decision or does he get it by knockout? And granted, for everyone who's picking, right? Knockout could be corner stoppage, rough stoppage, or he doesn't beat the count, or he forfeits, or DQ is the only thing that I won't count as a KO, right? DQ is a DQ. So some people have speculated that he may potentially do some Mike Tyson stuff if he's losing. Jamal, I'm in Las Vegas. That's what's up, man. We'll probably have to bump into each other at some time in a fight. I got $2 on Ryan, so I really need him to win. Hey, that $2 could be like $6 or $7, man. So that's some serious money, man. I see you got a piano over there. You a producer or something, man, in your profile? But I got Devin Haney. Devin Haney by knockout? Devin Haney by decision. FightHype, I think Devin's gonna get the 10th round TKO if not happen. Do I go on a wild win? And because a lot of people criticize Devin for not having power. You know, fuck it. I'm going for Devin by stoppage. I don't know what round. I'm gonna just say it. I'm gonna throw my pick at it. I got Devin by stoppage, but at some point, if not, Devin by decision. Devin by decision is the safe pick. The safe pick. But I got Devin by late round stoppage. That's what I got. I don't like the stuff that I see what Ryan Garcia is doing. Like, let's just keep it a buck. If you guys saw the weigh-in, did you guys see the weigh-in? The dude had a beer. He said it was apple juice, but we all know that Ryan has been drinking. We know Ryan has been not taking this fight, what many people feel as the most serious camp of his entire life, right? There has been countless of times of him backtracking on what he's saying. He said he's at 140, 141 already, right? But finds out he's 143, right? Ryan needs a KO early. Let's see. Ryan needs a KO early or he loses later rounds. I agree with that. LOL. I got 30 on Devin. Fastest shot. Yeah. Let's see. Stoppage or TKO. Did I say that? Is this the same shit? My bad. Oh, all right. I guess like corner stoppage, right? Or like an actual knockout. Luva not a fighter. Why are y'all so biased? I'm not biased. If you think I'm biased, I'm just giving my pick, right? We got people on the team that think there's people who think Ryan Garcia. I'm just one of the many, right? Just to get this straight, I'm one of the many people that cover over here at Fight. So I'm just giving my one pick. And maybe there is some bias, right? I've covered this kid for some time. I did see him do a lot of great things at a young age. But I just don't like what I see from Ryan. Now, if Ryan has happened to worked out in a master game plan and he has created this psychological game and he came in like with the perfect game plan, and props to Ryan. Because I don't think the majority of people think Ryan's gonna win the fight. I don't think. I can't see KO because Ryan got the chin. He just got up in 1 second after Tank's clean punch, and we all know Haney doesn't got the KO power, but he can TKO him in my opinion. I don't think it's going to be like a one shot. I think it might be a methodical, systematic, because the Regis fight, it was kind of like a punishing fight, right? And if I see anything close of that, I wonder what is Ryan going to do in the late rounds if he's consistently getting outbeaten by the punch. And Devin looked comfortable at 140. Now, where is it? Lula keeps saying bias. It's just a boxing tick, right? If I pick Ryan, right, someone's gonna say I'm biased. If I pick Devin, someone's gonna say Ryan. It's just a fair boxing pick. So I'm assuming you got Ryan Garcia, right? And it's nothing wrong with having Ryan Garcia. You can come back here and tell me that I don't know shit about boxing if Ryan wins, because it's all fun and games at the end of the day, right? It's all fun and games. But from what I've been able to see and what I've been able to cover, I just feel more comfortable from the more disciplined fighter, right? Devin has consistently been criticized for the idea of maybe missing weight. But here he goes, making weight. Ryan, who said the rehydration clause was a problem and he'll be able to make the weight and all this stuff, he came at 143.2 and he said, hey, I tried my best, all right? But did he try his best? Like, I'm just asking the chat. Like, we're all honest, straight people in this chat, right? Keeping it real, right? Because I feel like we have the best chat in the world. I think that the preparation that Ryan has taken this fight doesn't give me the confidence that I can safely feel that Ryan can compete with a guy who already would have been naturally, by the bookies, right? Not me, the bookies, the people who make the betting odds, Ryan would have always been the underdog, right? Always would have been the underdog. So by the stuff he's doing doesn't help the public perception. And this would probably be upset of the year if Ryan actually gets Devin up. And there's a lot of great upsets of the year. Some of the best fighters in the world start off with upset of the year, right? So not knocking Ryan saying he can't do it. I'm just picking Ryan. That's what we got. Let's see. Devin's gonna punish Ryan so bad he's gonna have flashbacks to Bohemian Grove. Damn, what up, David Ortiz? Garcia, I want to see Goofy Garcia get knocked out. A lot of people do, That's why they watch the fight. They either want to see Ryan or Devin get knocked out. Maybe Ryan has a strategy of throwing us all with a phony mental health crisis, and where all the mental health stuff was when was he was fought Tank? Well, where was all this stuff when he fought Tank? What up, Cosmic Legend? Welcome back. Ryan has never fought at 140. He has always been at a catch weight. I think he fought. Didn't he fight Javier Fortuna at 140? Granted, Javier Fortuna is not a 140 pounder, so. Ryan fooling everyone with that. That was not beer. I mean, he said it was apple cider, right? Or apple juice, so maybe it's not, right? Maybe this is all part of getting everyone to get their game thought. But hear me out, all right? The Spanish teacher, she exposed, they were putting DMs out, and in part of those DMs, you see Ryan Garcia has openly admitted saying, hey, I'm sorry, I was drunk, right? You can go on Twitter, you can look it all up, but that was the screenshots that was out. He's openly saying that, hey, he's in the beginning of the press conference of this whole thing, he's been smoking and drinking and saying, yeah, I do it, so what, yada, yada, right? So we can't give these fighters a pass all the time, right? And I'm pretty good at giving people the benefit of the doubt, and I'm always good at looking at people on both sides, right? And I'm going to give Ryan a legitimate fighting chance because he's fast, he's strong, and maybe the fact that he didn't go down to 140, he'll be able to rehydrate more comfortable, right? And maybe that's gonna work in his benefit. But we also have to, as fight fans, right? We always praise guys for taking it serious, right? Living in the gym, taking their craft serious, eating good, drinking good, the things that make them great, the sacrifices that these guys constantly tell us fans and us media members. We don't know shit about boxing. We ain't never boxed a day in our life. We ain't never done any of this stuff, so we don't understand. They tell us this information. So when this information comes back to these fighters for the same things that they tell us, we can't hold them accountable. I think it's fair that we can hold Ryan accountable in this situation. And I think that fighting at 140 was signed contractually, he didn't make the weight. So it's already a red flag. So, and I just don't like all granted, some people might think it's a marketing genius, but one thing about promoting a fight versus being able to win the fight is two different things. Bro, even a Spanish teacher exposed me by being a drunk. See, I mean, I'm not saying these things because I'm a conspiracy theorist. I'm going off this stuff that everyone else has access to and is readily available out there. So I'm going for Ryan. Respect. Stick with your guy. You know, Ryan, if Ryan wins this fight, he's going to be a massive, massive win. Like in boxing, a superstar, like either one, right? There's a trajectory. But Ryan has this rise through the ashes of the Phoenix story that he's trying to portray. And if he can win it, then that'll be great because he has a huge fan base, you know? Yes, sir. Bill will punch Devin for finish because Devin to get clapped and dropped. But Devin will get back to the jab and win by decision. Okay, so, all right, I see. Bill will push Devin for a finish, causing Devin to get clapped. Oh, so you think he'll get dropped. Okay. Ryan and DJ separate after this fight. You said it here first. Look, this is where I'm holding everyone's receipt. So if you say something, I'm gonna post it for the whole world to see, and we can go back to this chat, all right? And you'll get all the credit. I don't know either. Let's go. The weight bully gets a taste of his own medicine. They're both gonna rehydrate really big. At the end of the day, they're both gonna get. Ryan fought Javier 115. My boy Lit knows boxing, man. I can see DQ happening. I can too. What up, New York Bullet? Was that really beer? I mean, look, I didn't drink it. I don't know what's in it, but he said it was a beer. He said it was a beer on stage, you know? So, then he went on Twitter and said apple juice, and so, who knows, right? I hope they end up boxing and not slugging it out. You know, here's something that I don't think guys also, or like people, like just fans in general, have not put in perspective. I'm not saying that Ryan is following De La Hoya's footprints, right? But we did all see this documentary of De La Hoya mentioning that he was drunk, he was drinking for Pacquiao and things like that. And maybe when Ryan, who obviously signed with De La Hoya, might see this as a coping mechanism as well, that if I lose, or maybe I can one-up De La Hoya when he was drinking for the Pacquiao fight. But we all know at the end of the day, Ryan needs to get his shit together for this fight. Because this is going to be a really serious fight for him. Choosing sides as the media is biased. There should be just the information, open discussions about both ways. Also, do you really think Derek will let him really drink beer? Well, look, I'm not choosing a side, right? I'm not saying, oh, I hope, I wish, this is my guy, I benefit from this, I don't have any betting slips, I don't. I'm giving my educated, my own information that I've gathered throughout covering boxing and watching boxing, just like you have, right? You know, I mean, do you have a pick? Like, all I want to know is, do you have a pick in this fight? If you have a pick in this fight, I would love to discuss it with you, because that's what this fight is about. I mean, this stream's about. Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia, final prediction. We're just giving our predictions out here, right? So, bias is if I have a routine interest, and at the end of the day, I really don't care, because these guys don't pay me money to live, or they don't slide me diapers for my child. These are guys that I have access to. I can interview Ryan and Devin. I can go to these fights. I can ask these guys questions, either or. But I'm just giving my prediction, and we're gonna get some right and we're gonna get some wrong. So. And I'm open to talk about what you feel is what bias and what's not. Like, it's cool, because we all have some sort of bias. I'm not gonna sit here and say I don't possibly have some sort of subconscious. If I'm talking to a guy for multiple years, I might have some subconscious bias. But the way I'm delivering this to you is my prediction of who I think is gonna win the fight, right? Just like everyone else in the chat is, right? Because I do think the FightHype fans are educated. They've been watching all the interviews. You've been watching all the interviews. That's why you're here. You're a legitimate smart fight fan, and regardless of what side of Ryan or Devin, we as media benefit from interviewing everyone. If Devin loses the fight, we get our views. If Ryan loses the fight, we get our views. You get what I'm saying? Win or lose, it doesn't really matter. We will continue to cover the sport. Ryan will always be covered, win or lose. Devin will always be covered, win or lose, right? So that's just what it is. So we do have some sort of relationships, and that sometimes gives us access to interview some fighters more. But at the end of the day, it doesn't really take away the fact that I'm still going to give a fight prediction, just like how you guys are going to give a fight prediction if you have one, right? There's no one in here who thinks giving a prediction is wrong, right? So, not biased at all, just facts. Haters gonna cry all day. I mean, it's just, like I said, I could be wrong, but I got Devin. If DQ, he'll be out of boxing for good. We don't care if it was baby formula, he was drinking unprofessional turnable liquor bottle on the scales. And that's what a lot of people feel. Missing weight wasn't part of the plan for Ryan. That's what he said. Maybe he just like, fuck it, fuck the belt. I just want the win. That's a tactic. Many people do that. Dream Team, Haney. All right, what up, Snoopy? Haney's power is growing at this weight. I mean, he was able to drop Regis, right? Dude, if Ryan beats Devin, that would be one hell of a rematch. Could you imagine how much better Devin would be if he takes defeat? I mean, I think a rematch would be huge, right? And that's what we watch boxing. We watch boxing to see if upsets happens, or the guys that you think's gonna win. So you can tell the guys like me, who covers boxing, that I don't know shit about boxing, and I'm here for it. Let's see. It's not biased. People are just sad you chose the other guy. You can't win either or, right? If Ryan was locked in and was totally focused on the fight, do you think he would have had a chance to KO? I think he has a chance to KO him now, right? It's just my percentage of who I think is going to win grows further apart when I see stuff that I don't like. But we've seen countless of times of people who don't take the craft serious and win. I always like to pick the guy who is disciplined. Like, I picked Terrence to beat Spence for some of the stuff that we've all heard outside. And Spence came out and mouth and said, like, you know, I wasn't doing what I was supposed to do. I picked Andre Ward to beat Kovalev. Now, granted, the first fight was very controversial, and I slightly had Kovalev win in the first fight. The second fight, I confidently thought Ward was going to win the fight because of the same reasons. Floyd Mayweather with the whole Conor McGregor thing, regardless of the fact that if it was boxing, MMA, I always like to pick the guy who's more serious and more disciplined, right? People always say if Pernell was able to weather the storm of his personal life, he could have been completely undefeated unless the robberies, you know what I mean? And the Trinidad fight, I think, was a fight where Pernell just didn't show up and didn't give a good performance against Trinidad. And so, but I can't make excuses. A loss is a loss. So if Ryan loses, he loses. That's it, man. But I do think he would have a better chance. Long story short. Of course it works in his benefit. He paid $1.5 million for his benefit. Yeah. Fedor upset Tim. Yeah, you know, and he had a cut, you know, and you can't take away his win. Things happen. I think Ryan loses. He still has some good fights lined up. I like to see him Rolly versus Ryan. I agree. It's not the end of everything, you know. Ryan didn't start acting crazy until he signed the contract. There's nothing wrong with Ryan, but fear and stupidity and playing with God. Ryan will be punished severely. Tomorrow, when we got one more sleep, Allah's the most generous. If Ryan wins it, it would be a great continuing rematch rivalry, trilogy into the pro ranks. It would have to be a rematch, right? If Devin loses this fight, does his career recover? Or Ryan loses, does his career recover? This is me being honest. I feel like if Devin loses, it's going to be a little bit more detrimental because he's supposed to win the fight. And this is why I was saying like, I picked Devin to win the fight. I think if Ryan loses the fight, he would still be able to recoup from the loss. But it depends on how he loses the fight, right? If it's a very competitive fight, he's showing a lot of heart, a lot of grit, he's trying, I think he'll still keep a fan base. If he does a lot better, right? And he drops Ryan and he does all these type of things, you have to give him credit, right? And you will want to see him because he's entertaining in and outside of the ring, right? Sometimes the most entertaining fighters aren't the best fighters, right? So I really think if Ryan puts on a really good attempt, yes. Now I think Devin, who has been marketed as a guy who is this potential future legacy Hall of Fame fighter who can allegedly fight the best after the best after best, those type of guys have a bigger fall off because they're supposed to win, right? They're supposed to win. So Devin is not supposed to be in this picture and losing to Ryan Garcia. Like, that's the story. He ain't supposed to lose to no Ryan Garcia. He's a way better, superior fighter. Granted, Devin's gonna want the respect to win this fight, but he's supposed to win this fight. So when you lose the fights you're supposed to win, it hurts you. And the guy who isn't supposed to win wins or puts a really good effort, everyone takes their hat off and go, that was a good performance. I didn't expect that. Shout out to him. I want to keep seeing him to watch. So I think Ryan has more of a win-win situation in this situation, but he has to show at least some sort of competitive side to this. And Devin just has to just do his thing. Even in spite of the asterisk, I agree, Ryan winning would turn things on its head. It would be huge. Ryan's going to give up after the 5th round. He's not serious. Ryan has always been a clown. If Devin takes the loss, it would be embarrassing for him. I think it's fair for both, but kind of like what I was saying, right? He's supposed to win this fight. G-Day, y'all. I think Ryan starts fast, hurts Devin early, similar to Tank fight, and then Devin KOs Ryan. Yo, if it's an action-packed, like they rock each other and hurt, that's great for the sport, right? We want to see competitive fights. Ryan is soft like apple juice. If Devin wins and it's not by KO, everyone will say Devin has pillow fists, and if beaten or beats him, I think you were saying if Ryan beats him, it'd be embarrassingly after all this trolling. I agree. Ryan has so much more upside in this situation. Devin can't lose this fight. Devin will be victorious. Haney in the 10th. Oscar already placed $1 million bet against Ryan again. You're saying get his money back. What up, Nick? Who will weigh more in the ring? I think Haney will. I really wish we did the old school HBO rehydration, the next day rehydration, right? We used to get the next day rehydration all the time on HBO, but I don't know, maybe we should start pushing towards it because we do want to see what these guys weigh the next day. I think I have Haney by 11th round KO. You make money off of them with the media. I mean, essentially at the end of the day, like, and I appreciate you guys. I mean this in a very humbly manner. I'm making money just talking about the fight, right? Like I'm talking to you guys right now. I'm being very transparent. I'm not interviewing anyone. You know, all this benefits, you know, the platform. So I appreciate you guys here. But this just goes back to the, I guess the, you know, the whole bias take, right? You know, I'm literally just speaking as a fight fan. Yes, sir. The sad part is Ryan fans are gonna make excuses and say Ryan had mental issues when it gets knocked out. Keep the receipts. I mean, it could be a coping mechanism, right? Ryan is set up in a position where if he wins or loses this fight, he's gonna benefit extremely, and he's gonna have built-in excuses, right? Devin by stoppage 7th round, or Ryan quits. Haney just got free sanction fee money, pretty much. Absolutely. Styles make fights. I hope it's a good fight. Ryan isn't actually going through some Britney Spears mind mess. We don't need another Oliver McCall breakdown in the ring. Yo, Chris, a lot of people have brought that fight up. Like, and that's how I know you know you're boxing. It's just history repeats itself, and you have to sit and wonder, like, is this a real legit thing? And if it does, what happens if things get tough for him? Real3277 says Ryan can get disqualified. Why nobody talking about this possibly? He said he's gonna bite Devin's ear both and break his neck, some type of stuff, and we know he was training some MMA moves lately. What if Ryan's whole goal is not necessarily win the fight, but continue to grow stardom, right? Star power. If he creates a scene in there, win or lose, he's already extremely controversial fighter. I think Ryan, regardless, can benefit from any of this, except for if he gets completely back and forth, whipped all day long across the ring, he's not gonna benefit from that. He'll benefit more from doing something he shouldn't be doing versus just completely getting his ass whooped. So that is always a possibility of that stuff happening in their ring. Ryan would be too aggressive, either win or lose by KO. I agree. It's like die by the sword, live by the sword, right? Ryan has disrespected the sport of boxing. That clown has to go. Clown saying if Ryan loses this fight, his career is over. Come on, casuals. Ryan would only have 2 losses against 2 elite opponents, not 10 losses against bums. You will chill out. Ryan always will be in a great position. But what I'm trying to say is, I don't know if you're talking to me. Oh, he's a clown saying. He will always be relevant. It's just how much of that relevancy, that's not gonna work. How relevant can he stay when he loses Devin? If he loses Devin, correction, if he loses Devin. So if he loses to Devin and it's a competitive fight, he might gain more fans than lose fans. If he gets completely annihilated, one of the worst ass whoopings we see, a Arturo Gatti, Floyd Mayweather style, right? Like, completely one-sided ass whooping. That's not good, right? What can you say to market Ryan? Outside he fought two good guys, right? Yes. But he needs to have a little bit of competitiveness, right? A little bit. I'll still watch him, so, and you'll still watch him. But it's about the casuals, and casuals are very fickle, right? Business is still booming. Kovalev was robbed the first fight. I'm a huge Andre Ward guy. All right, he's retired, he's done. I can probably show a little bit of favoritism here because I really liked Andre Ward as a fighter. So I can give my opinion. I thought Kovalev won the first fight, edged it out. Just an opinion. Close fight. But the second fight, Ward won the fight. So at the end of the day, he gave us the rematch, right? That's all we want, right? We wanted a rematch, he gave us the rematch. So shout out to Ward and shout out to Kovalev. But yeah, I thought Kovalev edged it. I don't think Devin can take a punch as good as Ryan. That might be the difference. We'll see, right? Because Ryan can punch hard as hell, right? So would you say, chat, I need you guys' honest opinion, right? Honest opinion. Do you think Ryan is a bigger puncher than Regis? Or do you think Regis may be a bigger puncher than Ryan? Or do you think Lomachenko is the better knockout artist? Where would you place Ryan as the most, threatening puncher in Devin's resume that he's gonna face? What are you up to for 420? I'm gonna be here, man. We're gonna be here doing the stream. Fight party, man. Watching the fight. In all honesty, I'm a Floyd fan, but y'all were biased for him years. Opinion is cool, but as a media bias can bring added benefit in public perception to one fighter over the other. Look, I see that you really want to dissect the media section, which is cool. I got a lot of love. Like it says, love or not a fighter. I'm with you. I'm not a fighter. I'm a lover. So I'll be transparent and talk, right? There's a lot of people that do interviews on here, right? Which means there's a lot of different perspectives, right? And a lot of different type of whatever. Some people might be a little bit more here. Some people might be a little bit more. And sometimes some fighters want and need their story just told, right? And I've done a lot of interviews that might have came off a little bit more biased and whatnot. But really, our job as media is to either challenge or give fighters and trainers a platform to speak their truths, right? Their truths. You can agree or disagree. So Floyd was a fighter that back then had a lot of negative press. And FightHype was an outlet that he was able to come and give his truths. Now, as fans, if you guys, believe it or not, that's perfectly fine. And there is added benefits from talking to fighters, right? If you're talking to the hottest fighters in boxing, they give you access and stuff, but you benefit, you grow, all that stuff. So those aspects are there. But there's so many of us, and I'm more than willing. This is what this stream's for. For all intent and purpose, like I said, my name, if you hear any interviews on FightHype that comes up and says, hey, Ryan Goodall from FightHype.com, that's me. So if there's an interview I've done out there and you're asking me, why did you do it? Or what was this question? Or if you had questions you want me to ask the fighters, I'll be more than happy to. So really at the end of the day, we're just trying to do our best, right? So, and we try to do equally fair coverage. What's cool is that we have guys that have better relationship with opposite sides. And so because of that, you might have a guy has a better relationship with A and another one has better at B. So we're literally covering them both from the quote unquote what people might criticize as bias. But if you got one guy here who's doing biased coverage for this guy, biased coverage from this guy, is it biased now coverage or is it fair coverage? You get what I'm saying? But I understand what you're saying, love. And I respect you being in here rocking with the chat. My pick for the fans win. Bill fights after fight with Bernard. Oh, God. Fact says Ryan's willing to pay the cost of the comfort to crack at Haney versus Tank. He showed the utmost respect. Always said Ryan should have paid the cost versus Tank like Floyd did Marquez. Ryan Haney is even. Respect. Well-disciplined is a thing that you need in the road. And you could be a super talented like Ryan, but if you don't have discipline, you are nothing. And I agree. A lot of the stuff in boxing is really about not just talent, but hard work. That cliche saying that when talent doesn't beat hard work, or whatever the saying is, yada yada. You know, hard work always beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. That's what it is. So, bro, he beat Duarte, respect. Tough fight. Ryan came back and fought through adversity. So, yeah. How about Bill versus after the fight? I hope after everything is all cool. I don't want them to fight each other. That'd be funny though. Matias scared by Matias from Puerto Rico. What up, Johnny? Matias, man. They call him the boogeyman. Only people overrating Haney thinks he's supposed to win. It's even a matchup when Ryan got nothing to lose. Devin knocked Keyshawn and Shakur, escape moment. Hey, I would love to see Devin fight Keyshawn and Shakur. That's a fight we all want to see. What up? I wanted to believe that Ennis and everyone's opinion that Ryan's tactic did it on purpose, to overweight to bully Haney. I feel something weird that will happen tomorrow. I think Ryan will beat Haney. That is a very safe, educated opinion, because if you know that you can rehydrate comfortably and don't have to struggle, and you're willing to sacrifice money for an advantage, take it. That's probably what he did. So if Ryan wins, see, here's the thing. There's two excuses on both sides. If Ryan loses, you got all the crazy stuff that he's saying, right? If Devin loses, he's able to say, I fought a guy that missed weight. He was heavier than me. He didn't properly make weight. He had a better time and better advantage. I'm a big guy as well. Yada, yada, yada. So I don't care if Ryan takes the loss. He's facing the biggest names in boxing now. And he is making the fights. I agree. He did not have to take this fight. So props from Ryan, absolutely. Crying, talking about moms when his mom's sitting at home looking, oh, chill out, man. She's cool, man. I'm not gonna get into that. He fought Tank, win or lose, fighting Devin, win or lose. Respect. Everybody gotta respect Ryan, you know? I mean, yes, he's getting a lot of money, hold up. He's getting a lot of money now. I'll fight Ryan, Devin, Gervonta, everyone in this chat will fight Mike Tyson and Gervonta and Devin Haney for a lot of money. But at the end of the day, I get what you're saying. Respect for making a fight. So you got to give him props. He's making fights happen when they're supposed to. It's going to be an action-packed. I think Ryan's promoting, trolling, cracked out, or has a TBI. I think Ryan just is kind of telling the truth. He kind of wishes washed this a little bit. I don't think this is his. I think it's a little bit trolling, a little bit promoting, and a little bit of, he's really kind of all over the place. So Ryan's ready to make Haney uncomfortable by all means, nothing dirty, just ready to stand his ground. No crying. I've heard that Ryan and Devin in reality are good friends. Do you think they both could rig the fight so Ryan wins so they can have a rematch? Nah. Devin has too much pride. Like, Devin really legitimately wants to become a great in boxing, and this is a personal fight. They're 3-3 in amateurs. There's a lot of pride. I don't really get into the whole fight rigging stuff at the highest level. Maybe on lower levels where, you know, the guys don't make a lot of money and they can kind of benefit from getting a little bit extra. But at the biggest stage, like, why would Ryan throw the fight away? If he beats Devin, he will benefit more than losing to Devin. So I don't think there's a lot of rigging at the highest level, because there's too much benefit of a win. And you're guaranteed the loss. You know what I mean? It's like you don't have to look for the loss. It's just there. You could just quit. So, and I get it. You're saying, like, if they cash out more, but there's a bigger upside from winning every time. Can someone give me 2 reasons why Ryan's needed in the sport of boxing? I mean, the same reason why he's needed right now. This is a big fight because of Ryan. You know, he has a very big fan base that is adding to this. So, all things besides, what was Devin Haney doing in the pool with Diddy? We don't have to ask Devin that. Is this the stream, y'all? What is Ryan doing? Like, honestly, I'm ready to go. What up, Mr. Quake? Welcome back. Ryan drinking IP on an empty stomach. Oh, damn. Yeah, that's rough. I think Devin may win. King Ryan Garcia is a crazy genius. He's the one that's, there's two stories I've heard. I heard either Ryan's selling the card or he's destroying the card. So that's up to debate. I am Blasian. I'm black and Korean. That's not happening. Haney's not Floyd. I think everybody in their mind wants that Floyd Gotti performance, right? So everybody dreams of having. I think the closest performance of Floyd Gotti is Terrence and Spence, right? You got a big fight where a lot of people are tuned in, and you give an ultimate ass whooping that will always go down in history, like a lopsided ass whooping championship fight. Good point. Ryan might know the odds are against him, so maybe he just wants to be popular. Ryan, Broner, Mayorga, but Mayorga beat Vernon Forrest, who beat Sugar Shane. Yet Shane whooped Mayorga. Maybe he might, you never know. And the thing is, I think Ryan, if he does lose, as long as he doesn't get knocked out, right, he can always hold that mantle. Like, I've never been knocked out, right? Like, Broner's never been knocked out, so. What beer was Ryan drinking? I don't know. Someone should have asked him. Someone said it was IPA. You like boring fighters? Nah. I mean, look. Maybe I do. Like, I grew up, my favorite fighter that I grew up watching as a kid was Roy Jones Jr., right? I think everybody was into Roy Jones Jr. I was a 90s baby. Then I slowly moved in. I definitely watched the De La Hoyas. And then I slowly got into Floyd and Pacquiao, right? Floyd and Pacquiao were exciting. B-Hop was a fighter I really enjoyed because of the message he was kind of mentioning of like being able to be older and disciplined, things like that. And fighting guys like Tarver at such an older age and mastering the wisdom and crafts. I liked Winky Wright. I like watching Felix Trinidad. Who else? I liked watching Eric Morales. Dude, there's so many fighters. The whole Kelly Pavlik fighting Jermaine Taylor was dope. I don't know. Even now, dude, like, there's so many styles. Maybe it's because I appreciate just actual boxing, but I also appreciate warriors. So, like, I like watching Terrence Crawford. I like watching Inoue. I like watching Tank. I like watching Devin. I like watching David Benavidez. I like watching Canelo. I like watching Lomachenko. I like watching Bam Rodriguez. I like watching Chocolatito, Estrada. So, I mean, dude, I appreciate Usyk. I like the AJ. We knocked out Francis. Andre Ward, master of hit him in the Family Jewels. I know a lot of people question and debate low blows, but the punch that really rocked Kovalev was that setup punch. So I think Ward would have won the fight at that point. So I ordered a pay-per-view. Ryan Prob. Bout is equal given their frame and delivery size. What's up? All right. But really though, like, who do you guys have? Like, does anyone have Ryan Garcia? And does anyone have Devin by KO? All right. Do you guys see a KO in this fight? Because I got Devin by late stoppage, right? But if not, decision, right? I think decision's a safe bet. Because we have the speed, not just the power, Ryan is a way bigger puncher than Regis. Okay. Ryan's more explosive. Okay, so Devin's going to be potentially fighting the biggest puncher in his career, right? That's what you guys see. This fight's a no-win situation for Haney. All money's not good money. The implication of lack of ticket sales will have some effects with the future negotiations. Okay, bang. Getting real deep right there. Ryan would be the hardest punch in Devin's face. Okay, let me set you up for a big punch with Peter Pattern, then boom. Okay, what up, Real Recognize Real? Pocket. Ryan probably punches harder than Regis. He's a bigger, very fast, but flawless, of course. Yeah. I heard, oh my God. Keep it cool, chat. Keep it chat. That's why I named Ricky Rose, because you've been beefing with Drake. Boxing is politics. My mom's Korean. Real Recognize Real. What's up, man? Sorry being around. You cool. It's cool. I'll get that question a lot. I'm rush hour 4. It's easy. Ryan is 24-1 with 20 KOs. Ryan was sleep, weight drain, Haney, mark my words. I don't like the way Ryan's acting, disrespectful, and making Christian look bad. Respect. Even though you don't like the things he's doing, you recognize that Ryan is in an advantage point right now. So we'll see, man. He's a one-arm bandit. Okay, big question for you, FightHype. Who do you think is the best fight at 140? And I think Teofimo was a bit kind of overrated. What do you think about Teofimo? The best fighter at 140 will have to be between I would lean to Devin Haney. I would say Devin Haney is potentially the best fighter at 140. But the division is too new and too many new faces that I don't feel that anyone who has a different opinion is wrong. If you think Matias or Tio, like I feel like Devin and Tio need to face each other because I think that really is the fight that really will solidify the best fight at 140. Because of the fact that they have both beaten Lomachenko. Yes, I know Tio has lost to Kambosos, and Devin beats Kambosos, right? Now Tio goes and fights Josh Taylor, the guy who beat Regis, but they both dominate their opposition. Devin dominates Regis better than Josh was, and Tio beat Taylor, who no one's ever beat. But not to strip away Tio, credibility in his wins, right? You have to give him the credit. He's won the lineal title. He beat the man 135. He beat the man at 140. And Tio's performances are wishy-washy, and sometimes styles make fights, and certain styles don't favor Tio, right? But you have to give him the wins. I don't think Josh Taylor was the most optimized, healthiest version of Josh Taylor. Josh Taylor was an obvious controversial fight with Jack Catterall, which we can arguably say Tio might have been the second guy to beat Josh Taylor. But all due respect, Tio is the guy that beat him. He is the lineal champion. You have to always consider him as the potential best guy at 140. Going off the eye test and the consistency in that Devin has beat a mutual opponent twice comfortably, while Tio went life and death back and forth, which he said, hey, I was not my 100% self. I was injured. Well, Lomachenko said the same thing when he fought Tio. So I don't want to get into too much into nitpicking. You know, there's a lot of like, if this guy said it, you got to give this guy the benefit of the doubt. If Loma said he wasn't at his best, so do we use that as an excuse for Tio with Kambosos? Then we can use the excuse for Loma for Tio. I just think that Devin and Tio need to face each other to determine who's the best at 140. And then Matias is a guy who's a dark horse, who everyone thinks can pose a problem for everybody. And then Pitbull, who just got there. I don't know. I think Pitbull and Matias face each other, Tio versus Devin. And then the winner of that. But I got Devin right now. It's potentially the best 140. Unless he loses to Ryan, then Teofimo by far. I want to see Kambosos beat Ryan's ass after this one. We can respect him, but he needs to sit the F down sometimes. Matias is a guy at 140. See, I respect it. Matias is a good pick for 140. No, Devin wants credit for beating Ryan, but does he deserve it? It's Ryan. That's what I'm saying. Like, Devin should win this fight, you know? Devin should win this fight. It's the end of a career. It's Haney's biggest fight. If he wins, he gets an added rank and stripes for the Golden Boy machine. Even if Ryan gets a knockdown, it will look good for him. I agree. You think Devin might have overtrained, seeing as he started training as soon as the fight was announced? Devin always does, like, I've been around 5 Devin camps. Devin usually always kind of, how would I say it? Always kind of do like a camp that kind of gets him a little bit going, but doesn't really officially start the camp. So I don't think Devin overtrains himself. I think he kind of has like a calm coming back to the gym, you know, because they are aware of overtraining. These guys are very intelligent. They've been around a lot of great people, and they've got a lot of great information to prevent that. So, but we'll see tomorrow, right? Fights tomorrow, right? Let's see. Do you think Devin might have overtrained? Yeah, we're in the digital era. Haney's gonna win. Roy Jones, Tyson Ali era. Garcia's the bum. He did the same shit with Tank, and Tank treating him like a biatch in the ring. Oh, you're funny, Akon. Akon. Devin avoids the game plan. It's about to be war. Ryan by 7. Respect. Sean was a 90s baby. I'm older than Sean by I think a year. Devin Haney for the win. Ryan Garcia trying to get under Devin Haney's skin. Terry Norris back in there was pretty dope. I agree, Chris. Terry Norris was... I didn't get to watch him live. Obviously, I was born in the 90s, but I did go back and watch him. Pacquiao, Prince Nassim, all these guys you liked. Ryan by KO. Devin by KO, decision. De La Hoya. I got Devin in the 8th. This chat, every time I pull this up, it's immortalized in here. It's an unanimous decision. Ryan Sachu plus 200. Plus 650. Haney can't lose focus. He's not a sure shot win. True toss up for Ryan. Druggist consultant. Not allowed beer also. Okay. My D's bigger than Ryan's. Oh my god. Ricky. Rose, man. You should be beefing with Drake right now. 20 KOs against who? I didn't know who Floyd was until he fought De La Hoya. Ryan's 200 amateur fights. Yeah, it's a good fight. I have Ryan winning by stoppage in the early rounds, or Devin winning by stoppage in decision in the late rounds. I give a slight edge to Ryan with weight advantage, and he has to beat him three times before. Yeah, this is the game 7, right? So I feel we need a 140 tournament in a perfect world. Notice how Oscar was talking about a real Mexican fighter versus Ortiz and saying Ryan. You know, maybe this might be Oscar De La Hoya wanting to get Ryan beat. You know, this might be the fight that says, all right, you've been a little shit. You've been giving me a lot of problems. You know, we don't know really what his motives are. Surrounded by haters, say hello to my little friend. What's up, Brezzo? Anyway versus Micah, Terminator versus Monster. Duke Micah. I got love for Duke Micah, but no, I got Anyway, bro. Anyway is just that guy. Me and my dad watched every Tyson fight. He was the ultimate bad guy. Hey, what's up, Puerto Rican KG? Hey, so everyone, real quick, because I got my man KG in here. He's out there in New York City, right? He's doing a great job covering the events, and in honor of him in here, right? He's done some interviews, and which interview should we pull up? What interview should we pull up that he did today? You interviewed Clarissa, I think, right? He actually interviewed Bill Haney. Let's go to Bill Haney. All right, so this is my boy KG right here, doing a great job out in New York City, getting all the hot footage. Also with my boy Hans out there. Great guy. He's putting in the hard work. Let's see his interview with Bill Haney today, right after the little scuffle right now.
Kevin Garcia with FightHype, and of course we got Bill Haney here. Bill, can you talk to us about what just happened between you and Bernard on that stage?
Ain't nothing to talk about. It's bad blood. It's going to be decided. They're going to have to pick their boy up off his back in 24 hours, period.
There you go. What are your thoughts on Ryan missing weight and his professionalism this whole week and all the build-up leading up to this?
It's going to cost him in his pocket. It's going to cost him in his ass, because Devin going, you know what I mean? Devin's going to tax him. Champ side pause.
Tired of the disrespect, Ryan chugging a...
He said Clarissa. You want me to play the Clarissa one for you? I got you, bro. Let's see. Once again, shout out to my boy KG. Out here doing his thing. Let's see. Where's your...
Was that like the move that you had to like use your brain in there because we think so much?
No, actually, when I started, once again, when you're the top dog, I'm going for my 4th division in my next.
Where's your question?
Andre Ward's criticism.
Andre Ward, hope you have a belt yet, do we? Well, he's
right here. I think this is right here.
In that Madison Square Garden, like that's huge.
Clarissa, I got a question for you, and I think a lot of people want to know. Do you have a ghostwriter?
Do I have a what?
Do you have a ghostwriter? Who wrote them bars for you?
Quit playing with me.
All right.
Are you serious?
Hey, we got to get you to confirm it. There's no doubt now.
I write my own stuff. Y'all know as good as I am at trash talk, you think I can't write a rap?
Okay. Oh, listen, respect to
Listen to
you.
the words. When you hear the words.
I guess it cost some people my shot.
You want me? I can't. Which one?
I got a follow-up. though.
What's up?
Okay, since we talking rap, who's winning, Drake, Kendrick?
I thought it was Drake and Rick Ross who was beefing.
They beefing too. They beefing too.
I haven't heard much of Kendrick, but I know, to me, Rick Ross is smashing Drake right now.
There you go, the champ is spoken.
All right, real quick, KG. There's no Well, are you talking about the Future song, right? Because the song with Kendrick is AI. It was AI. The alleged response is AI. And we got Rick Ross in here too, KG. So we got Rick Ross, the real Ricky Rose in here. But yeah, shout out to KG, man. He's doing a great job. A great addition to being with FightHype. And looking forward to chatting with him. Maybe I can get some exclusive on-ground stories with you. Maybe we can do something somewhere down the line. Maybe we can do something maybe after the fight. Maybe hit you up on Sunday. We'll do a little breakdown, or maybe even something tomorrow. Maybe we can wrap something up. But either or, regardless, you're doing a great job out there. Keep grinding, keep getting the hot interviews, keep putting pressure on everybody. And all the fans over here at FightHype appreciate you getting all the content for us out there in the Barclays Center. So we will be keeping an eye out on you. No pressure, no pressure. All the hot stuff. So, but that's my guy right there, man. Keep up the good work. I want to see Ryan versus Barroso for the belt. I have Barroso winning by KO. Oh man, Barroso got cracked, dog. The Haney era, I had Holyfield. What up, Killer B? Haney looks in great shape. Damn, that Team versus Martin fight. I'd rather see Team versus Pitfall. It would sell like crazy, especially like Banyas and the Coleman would shake up the. Oh, bro. Any 140 champion versus anybody's hot, bro. That shit's fire. No, that's a good fight. I heard Martin's got some skills. Haney by DQ. Haney by DQ. Oh, okay. Ryan's gonna. I get it. What up, Donald Trump? You running for presidency again? Who's the ref? Prefer refs that let them fight through the clinches of resetting every time they lock up. Haney, Lomo's a good ref. I do like that too. Let them work it out a little bit, right? Oscar just want to build a relationship so he can get Ryan freak off. Maybe. Chugging a beer on the scale is next level. It's the most badass thing to do if he won, right? Because Mayorga, when he smoked a cigarette right after he won the fight. So, and I mean badass is like, I don't condone it, right? As a purist, it's a shame on you. I don't, but as a marketing thing, like people love that bad boy shit, right? Like I didn't have to pull out my best to beat this guy. It's not what that really means. And that's what I'm kind of talking about. But smoking and drinking, nah, I'm not a fan of it, really. But I hope Ryan wins, though. I hate Haney and his dad. Well, tomorrow, the fight goes down, so you might be able to get your wish. You know, tune in, April 20th, Barclays Center. Haney be acting like he's about to fight. I mean, he is about to fight. What you mean by that? He about to get in a ring tomorrow. Like, he ain't... But you mean, like, you know, stand in the middle of the ring? I mean, Devin is a guy who hits and don't want to get hit. Like, who wants to get hit? But I understand what you're saying. Like, he's ready to rumble. We'll see. As much time as I have for Bill, I haven't had enough of him this promotion. It's better to have more than not enough, right? That's how I always feel, right? Rather be sick of someone versus I haven't heard from any of the fighters. So, but I get what you're saying. Because Haney's dad talks too much. You know? Maybe Ryan might be able to want to shut it up, right? We'll see. She looks like Joe Frazier. You're a hater, bro. Be nice, man. Maskill's True Ghost Rider 804. Clarissa Alicia seems unrealistic. It a little bit is. The weight class is too far apart. Shield versus Rousey. Haney be acting like he about to fight. Brezzo. Damn it. Yep, facts. Let's do it. Bet. You got my number, man. We'll get KG on here, man. KG's a good dude. Real thanks in the 12. I want to see Abdullah versus Kid Austin. I do too. I have an interview with Abdullah and Kid Austin, both saying they would fight each other. But really, let's keep it a buck. Kid Austin is a little bit further than Abdullah Mason. Abdullah is a very dangerous, phenomenal, young, talented prospect. Kid Austin is slowly knocking on a contender situation based off the rankings, and you know, that's a fight where, yeah, Shakur says, if you beat Abdullah, you can fight me. But really, at the end of the day, we know the handlers of Kid Austin is not going to allow that fight to happen. They'd rather go through certain fights in certain situations. So, but if those two fought each other, TJ, I'll be ready. I want to be at that fight. Abdullah versus Hector Garcia. Another good fight. I think Abdullah is bigger than Hector, so if that fight does materialize, Mason's just Hector has the experience professionally. Yeah, it'll be a great fight. Actually, I'll give Hector a little bit more credit, but I think highly of Abdullah, so I might be biased on that. Right, so. After this fight, it's Tio Haney 3-fight series or Ryan rematch by Papa Demand. Matias will be reduced to IBF 140 title defense. After this, it should just be Devin versus Tio. It don't make sense for anything else. If we can't get Tio, then make Matias. If we can't get Matias, then Pitbull is not going to happen. That's unrealistic promotional-wise. I wish Max shown more boxing. Some people have more character than others, and some are just trolling nowadays. Yeah, we're kind of in the TikTok era, right? So, like, comedy is reduced down to more sketch comedy and TikTok and trolling, right? Trolling is the new sketch comedy, so. Sort of like Jamal Hill, right? Jamal Hill didn't even have a chance against Alex Pereira. Like, let's keep it real. Like, it was over before it started. Boxing is sports entertainment. Ryan's, like, stone cold now. He has a speech problem. I want Matt Riddle in boxing match. Ever seen the Fight Circus, Next Level Wrestling Circus action out? What's the Fight Circus? I've never seen that. That's a wrestling thing? Like, is that like a hardcore wrestling event? Jared Anderson versus Daniel Dubois. Well, Daniel Dubois is fighting Philip Hutgrovich, but I think that's a fight that I think Jared can take, but don't really need to rush him, right? So Abdullah Mason looks talented. Abdullah is super talented. I'm highly praising Abdullah Mason. I'll say it right here, man. I am on that Abdullah Mason train. I am conducting that train, boy. Well, I mean, pause, right? Let's not do that, right? Someone's gonna say something wild in the chat. Ray Ford's my guy. I go with Raymond Ford's like one of his first interviews before he turned pro. So I'm very happy for him. And I just talked to him at the Richardson Hitchens fight. And it's cool, man. Now he's in the 5v5 versus Nick Ball, which many people felt beat Ray Vargas. So that's a great fight. Tough fight. And if he beats Nick Ball in a similar fashion of knocking him out, then Raymond Ford's the truth, man. I'm still rooting for Ryan. I gotta keep the same energy. No. That's respect, man. Look, this is what I want. There's a lot of boxing chats out there, and you can go bounce around and whatnot, but the thing that I want everyone to know in FightHype is that you're able to have a boxing pick that isn't considered the favorite, but still be respected, because you guys all in the chat are intelligent boxing fans. We can talk, debate respectfully, and have difference of opinions that are educated, because I feel that every reason, everyone who said why they thought Ryan will win this fight in this chat made great points. He bought his extra weight. You know, Ryan has a great chance because he's super strong and has a powerful punch. He's big, he's equal, he's young, he's strong, he's all these type of things. He can have a great early game. There's a lot of aspects to Ryan Garcia that I think is fair. So, and I think everyone who picked Ryan Garcia in the chat gave excellent breakdowns. And everyone who's picked Devin Haney gave tremendous breakdowns as well. You know, he's the favorite, and clearly his body of work have shown that he warrants that. So, I really, and I mean this not just by kissing ass, you know, I really do agree that a lot of you guys in here has been following boxing for a very long time. And because you guys are all FightHype fans and you guys are on here, then you guys are obviously the most intelligent fight fans out there, period. So with that all being said and done, if you pick the loser or not, you're still an intelligent pick. So shout out to everyone in here. Bill Haney's crazy, black jogging pants and afro, those skinny legs trying to move the crowd, can't forget. What is that, your icon? What is that? Hey man, chill out, real. I hope to see Bam Rodriguez and Junto Nakatani down the line. That would be a great fight. Hell yeah, that's a great fight. I love watching all the smaller weight classes too. They get busy. Devin can get KO'd by Pitbull, and Pitbull will be outclassed. That's a good fight. I got 10K on Ryan. You do not have 10K. You I need to see your betting slip. Look. Where's my little let me switch screens. Alright. Alright, cool, right here. Let me get this on. Alright. My man, Pins. That is my social media. Add me your betting slip. And if you do win, I will celebrate that win in here in front of 1.73 million subscribers. Alright? So, wrestling, boxing, fight circus, crazy characters, fight exhibitions. If people were into Islam as boxing, everyone will go to heaven. Yeah, respect for your opinion and your religion, man. Respect you. I got 10K on Garcia by K. Yo, if you guys got, look, my social media handle is right here, man. I don't tweet, but you can @ me. So, it's right there. If you got 10K, man, if people will, 1.5 million, Ryan for the win, FightHype, Fight Full, Intelligent Fight fans. Appreciate you, Mr. Quake. I think Ryan can only win by KO. I don't think he can do outbox Dev. I agree. I think Ryan's only chance of winning is by KO as well. But you never know, it's boxing. Subscribe and like. Appreciate you, man. You hip to Jamal Harvey. Can't wait to see him compete for gold this summer. Hopefully he ends the men's gold medal drop. Yeah, I've interviewed Jamal Harvey at in DC when Gervonta fought Hector Garcia. I have an interview. I don't know if I even put it up, but I have some interviews with Jamal Harvey, with Derek James, and Derek James they did some stuff in camp, and Derek James has praised them. And this is when Derek James had Jamel Charlo and Spence, and he was a trainer there, so it meant something heavily, and it still does mean something. I'm just saying, at that time, like that was the perfect time to get complimented. But no, Jamal Harvey is a great guy. There's a lot of great guys. Manny Chance will be qualified. Keon Davis qualified. This is a really talented American crop of guys. So, but Jamal Harvey for sure belongs in that conversation as well. Ryan is acting crazy, but when they're in the ring, left hook to the body. Wow. You're saying Ryan's acting crazy, but when they're in the ring, left hook to the body KO. So you're saying Ryan's gonna get a left hook to the body KO. Ryan's gonna blow himself out, then Haney would take over, and Ryan would do something stupid to get out the fight. That's a big possibility, man. I follow boxing since HBO era. Same here. Real, I'm all African dude. Yes, sir, man. Represent. According to Box Rack, Jerron Ennis is built at 5'10", 74-inch reach. Abdullah Mason's built 5'9", with a 74-inch reach. Crazy. I think Abdullah can compete at 147 down the line. And I agree. What is so crazy, and I told this to Abdullah when I talked to him, is that Abdullah is almost like a smaller, well, you broke this down, not really a smaller boots, but they're very similar without the switch hitting. If you watch their styles, they're very, 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 very similar. Very explosive, combination puncher, they counter, offensive, willing to kind of exchange in the pocket and get hit a little bit, you know, to kind of dish something out, and very fun and brutal, devastating KOs. Some of the most amazing fighters actively in boxing, and two of the my favorite fighters to cover. And I covered Jerron way before he was a world champion. I got tons of interviews, and I'm doing the same with Abdullah. And just so you guys know, actually I talked to Abdullah's dad and the Mason 5, right? Like Jackson 5. Abdullah has 4 other brothers, and sure enough, they also have a fight going down where their youngest brother's making the debut up in Cleveland. So I might maybe get some stuff, maybe some footage from them, and I can post it here on FightHype. But the Mason 5, like the Jackson 5, and maybe Abdullah is the Michael because he's the face that everyone knows right now. But obviously, Jackson 5 had a very talented group of people, and this is probably the next boxing family, from the Floyds, the Russells, to the Ennises, to the Charlos, now the Fedoras, right? Brother and sister. So keep an eye out. There is 5 Masons out there. So I like Ryan, but he's a jerk, very unwise, and deserves the L. Well, tomorrow might be the day, man. You get to see another one. These poors think everyone is poor as them. Real cool. Maybe one day I marry one Asian, hopefully. Hey, marry who you love and like what you like, man. Hey, that's all I gotta say, man. It's whatever you like, man. There's good women everywhere. All cultures, all races, all religion. Do y'all think Ryan is just trying to sell the fight, or is he actually on something? I think he's trying to sell the fight a little bit, but I also think there's a little truth, or there's something going behind the scenes. And I think after the fight's over, we'll get a lot of those answers. But right now, we're just kind of caught in the climax of just waiting for the fight get made. So the truth always comes out, and if it comes out in a 10-year documentary from now, or the night of the fight, so we just have to be patient. But I think there is something going on a little bit. So, what up, TJ again? Cormel is another good boxer to watch. Cormel is another fighter I was watching and interviewing before he turned pro. Cormel is an amazing fighter, very talented. The stuff he does out here in Vegas is he sparred Keyshawn Davis, Gervonta Davis, Shakur Stevenson. I recently just watched him and Richardson Hitchens spar. He sparred Kevin Johnson, who spars everybody. I mean, Cormel is one of those faces that you have to keep an eye on. He has a little rivalry with Zaquan Moses, because Moses beat him in an amateur recently. But I see those guys crossing paths, Manny Chance and him. I mean, a lot of those guys are going to be the future of boxing. So Cormel is definitely a kid who's very fun to watch, and he's very talented at the age of 17, fighting a 7-0 prospect on the big lights in front of the world and performing. So, yeah. Shout out to Cormel, man. And shout out you too, TJ, for recognizing Twitter Extra Drama. What time does it start tomorrow? I'll pull this up for you. Alright, cool. Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia, The Zone. Let me get this up. Let me get the... Where is it? Start time. Let's remove that. Alright. So, Garcia and Haney fight would take place Barclays Center, blah, blah, blah. The main card is scheduled to start 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. So there you go. Garcia and Haney's ring walk scheduled for 11 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Pacific. So that's when it starts. Cool. All right, I'm gonna catch up with the chat. Almost done. I appreciate you guys as always rocking with your boy. We're a little. I can't wait for the fight. I know it's almost here. Loving out a fighter. If the ref takes a point for clinching in the Rolly fight, Pitbull beats everyone at 140. I mean, I got the most respect for Rolly. Rolly's one of the most realest dudes behind like the cameras and stuff like that. Like, I really think Rolly is an amazing person. I think Rolly is a great test for Pitbull, and Pitbull was able to pass it. But I think from now, Pitbull is going to fight kids who were able to box more than the age of 17 or 19 whenever Rolly started. These are collegiate level amateurs who are now collegiate level, or not collegiate, top pound for pound like guys in his division. You know, Tio on a bad day might drop out of the pound for pound, but on a good day he might squeak himself back in. Devin's a very consistent fighter who's climbing up the pound for pound rankings. And Matias is the boogeyman division. He got a body on him, you know what I mean? So, and Pitbull is the smallest person in the division. So I think Pitbull has a chance to beat everybody. but he also has maybe the toughest road, you know, to become undisputed, opposed to some of the other guys in that division. And so, but I appreciate you staying in here, loving out a fighter, man. I know you wanted to spar with me in here earlier. Like, Ryan's, what time with the fight? Yeah, I read that earlier. 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. Ryan's mad, you can tell if you watched him at the weigh-in. Mike is a good boxer, but no Tyson. Yeah, dude, Mike is a good person too. Ryan's going to weigh 10 to 15 pounds, and Devin Ryan is a big kid. They're both big kids, man. I'm just curious what they both rehydrate to. I hope DAZN doesn't drop the ball on that, right? Ryan's gonna, no, he won't, Tyson. Ryan's gonna beat Haney's face with the quick, powerful. Hey, high chance it could happen. The Ali's too. Ryan's Christian, I doubt he's on anything. I mean, I don't know if your religion stops you from being human, man. You know, you would hope not. Great kid. Where's the atheist boxers? American fried chicken versus Korean fried chicken. Yo, why you gotta do this to me? Why you gotta do this? I just ate some Korean fried chicken yesterday, man. Korean fried chicken, by far, man. But some good soul food chicken with the right seasoning. If I would compare this to fighters, right? This is like, fuck, dude. What is a good fight to break? American fried chicken versus Korean fried chicken. Soul food chicken versus Korean fried chicken. That's like, I need to pick a fight that isn't like, alright. It's like Canelo versus Triple G2. Korean fried chicken was Canelo and Triple in their Canelo versus Triple G2. Korean fried chicken was Canelo. That's how I feel. Soul food chicken puts on a great fight. Great fight. But when you keep eating Korean fried chicken, that shit is so fucking good, dude. That shit is so good. And it doesn't matter if you come with your A game. It doesn't matter, man. It's so good, man. But that's man, y'all got me talking on fried chicken, man. Y'all crazy. Some of y'all probably left the chat because of this shit now. Saturday night is a fight night. Yes, it is. It's fight night tomorrow. Y'all hear about Jake Paul fighting Mike Tyson? Yep, we'll be there. We'll be covering it. Roy Ryan could be too emotional for boxing. He's for the real though. I do appreciate his transparency, right? I really do. But at the end of the day, being transparent and being even a good person, if you feel like he's the genuine, you know, you like, that don't win fights. Winning wins fights. So, RRCJ, man, I appreciate it. Imagine $5 super chat. Imagine both Haney and Ryan are rehydrating around 170 pounds and fighting it. So what I'm saying, thank you, R. Like, why do they not bring back next day weigh-ins? Like, just let us know. Let us know, because if we got both these guys at 170 pounds, like, fuck, man. It's a fight, dude. Because everyone's criticized Devin for being a weight bully. So we'll really get to see if Ryan matches that. What time is fight tomorrow? 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. Thoughts on Bud signing with Turkey a la Sheet. Hopefully Bud gets the Madrimov fight, but PBC keeps fucking with him. You kind of said it right there. Like, I think politics has gotten a lot into this position where Bud obviously did the fight with Spence. Now he's not with PBC. So does PBC reward or work and do these type of things with Bud? So hopefully, let me see. Floyd never did this. Okay. Hopefully, Javante just tweeted, so I have to screenshot, because you know Javante always deletes his tweets. So I just lost my train of thought. Bud. Hopefully I get like an opportunity to speak with him on this stuff, because I honestly, like, as a fight fan, want to see him fight the best, just like anyone else. And you know, there's a lot of politics, and some of the decisions that he makes, if you agree with it or not, which is his prerogative, has obviously played dividends on some of the opportunities that he's gotten. So this will allow him to get a 4th division. Fight's supposed to be in LA, so you know, if anything, hopefully I can get to cover that and be there and maybe get some interviews. You know, he does a little bit in Vegas and some Colorado Springs, so I'll see what I can do, but no promises. You need that Fulton versus Figueroa 2. I agree, that was a great fight, 50-50. I had Fulton winning the fight, but it might have just been what I liked. You know, Brandon could have won. Loving that fighter. What I meant, if you remove the clinch, Pitbull can beat them. I get what you're saying. Like, if they don't have the ability to hold on and have to constantly move, Pitbull is going to probably get some shots that he normally wouldn't. I agree. And clinching is part of boxing, and I see people clinching Pitbull 1,000%. So, styles make fights. Hey man, why is Devin bringing the Mexican flag? That's racist. You know, very touchy topic. I think it's his way to try to psychologically get into Ryan's head and kind of saying like he's the real Mexican, which it is offensive, and it can be viewed as racism or things like that. And there is a double standard and stuff in boxing, but it's boxing. Ryan's talking about people's moms, Devin's talking about people's moms, everyone's talking about, you know, so at this point, is you know, it's, are you surprised? But you know, there's a big Mexican fan base that watch boxing, and at the same time, it's kind of like their way of campaigning for them too. So there's many ways you can look at it. Korean fried chicken, I agree. Korean fried chicken, oh man. Never tried it. Yo, Korean fried chicken is bomb, man. You need to try it. Why is Devin speaking Arabic? Does he not, like, does his God not speak? I don't know. I don't get into religion stuff. Where can we watch the fight for free? Online. That's the only answer I can give out. Sleep tight, Haney. Popeyes, KFC. Popeyes. Down goes Ryan. Alright, so I'm gonna just speed through, read the last couple pieces of chat before I go. Are people actually going for Ryan? Are they racist or what? It's very obvious who's going to win this fight. I feel sorry for Ryan. What up, Diddy? DHP. Korean fried chicken. Yep. See, everyone knows about the Korean fried chicken. Korean fried chicken is the Super Saiyan of soul food chicken. Okay, that's fair. That's a better analogy. Like, soul food chicken is already like Goku. Like, he's already this badass dude. But now you took him and turned him Super Saiyan. I agree. Best analogy. I loved Popeyes, KFC, Chick-fil-A, yeah. Louisiana chicken. I've never had chicken in Louisiana, so I can't speak on that. So I need to one day. Ryan thinks he's stone cold. Subscribe and like. I appreciate you. Ryan going to be running all night. I like Haney, but right now I think he is too confident. Estrada, Bam, Bivol, Beterbiev, all great fighters. All great fights. Bam, Estrada, Bivol, Beterbiev. Would love to cover both of those fights. We taking his belts and taking his girls too. Good old Adrian Broner. LOL in your drunk dreams. Guess I lost my life's agent. Just one of those nights again. No one wants their life to end. Drowning down in life is. I lost my life against. Is this like a song, Dragon? Is that a song? Keep drinking beers. You can start believing you're going to become the president too. DHP US. Ryan Garcia is the new drunken master. Not master, just drunken maybe. Ryan's not Mexican. The Bud fight against Israel is a total mismatch, and he's fighting a non-popular fighter who will prove more that he can't sell. And you know, it is unfortunate because it's not a fight that will sell. And I think Bud is a tremendous fighter, and I think Bud beats everyone at 154 regardless. So, but we'll see, man. Them Eastern European fighters, man, they always come in and sneak in and surprise. You know, one of Bud's toughest fights was Mean Machine, right? He didn't have a big, crazy name, and, you know, arguably dropped Terrence Crawford, right? So, you know, you got to be careful, and he is moving in 154, so, you know, it's a great fight, but is it a marketable fight? No. You know, but it gets some 4 divisions, and once again, it might be maybe Turkey Al-She's throwing him more money he's ever had. And it's a title fight. And it's a fight he believes it wins. That's 3 checks. Mama said knock you out. All right, Haney's gonna look like a beat up moose after the fight. Ryan's Afro-American. Who do I got? I don't have an answer for Usyk Fury yet. I got better be beating Bivol, but that can change. And I have Bam Rodriguez beating Estrada. But I love that. I love those fights. The La Raza shit was racist. They shouldn't have done that. And that's what I'm saying. Love Not a Fighter is boxing. I know it's their way of trying to endear, bringing their fans in. But, you know, at the end of the day, there is a lot of double standards in boxing, you know, and there's a lot of things that go both ways from African American community and Hispanic community. So, the La Raza stuff can be viewed that way. So, Bivol versus Better Be, that's a fight to watch. Absolutely. Bill Haney versus Bernard Hopkins, Leonard Ellerby versus Eddie Hearn. Those are, you want to say fights we'll never get? Those are fights we'll never get. Blind Faith Usyk and Better Be. I don't think Better Be is a blind faith pick. Usyk, it's not a blind faith pick either, you know. Postal was tough too. Just Bud made it look easy, you know. But yeah, I agree. I want to see Tyson versus Holyfield. Don't sleep on Albert at 135. Let me Google him really quick before let me do a little research. So he's 10-0, only fought in Russia. He's number 2 in Russia in his weight class. Is he a gold medalist? Is he the gold medalist? Oh. Yeah, watch out for this dude. What's his record? 9 wins, 6 by KO. Yeah, I'll definitely keep an eye. Oh, this is the dude that fought Jezreel Corrales. And I'm hip. And if you ain't hip now, get hip. Got it. Yep. Will do. Diego Usyk Bivol Bam. That's what we got. Yes, Bam. 3 times Tyson versus Holyfield the final round. Have I met Al Heyman? I have not personally met Al Heyman. But I know he's real. If that makes any sense. Yeah, so. Al Heyman is real, but I have not met him. I know people that know him and met him. So. DHP, Crawford scared of boots. I think it's time. I think he's looking his time to maximize for his hard work. So, but that's a fight I wish we would get. Probably never get it. Did Ennis make the smartest move going to the zone? Well, we got to look at it this way. If you're a fighter who's not fighting, do you wait or do you sign with a promoter to get fights? That's what he did. Now, granted, does Eddie have names for him? Counter Ben. That's a safe bet. But for right now, it seems like PBC has like the Mario Barras, the Stanioses, the Cody Crowley. So really, if he was with PBC, he'll probably get the better fights. But now the question is, would he have gotten those fights? And would they want to fight? You know, would the money been right? Would everything came to agreement? So I think Boots and them are looking at it as like, we want to stay active. Maybe we can go into a blind faith of thinking Eddie can be part of getting Terrence Crawford. Because look, Turkey Al-Sheikh allegedly is working with Crawford. And Eddie and have a great relationship. So what if Turkey Al-Sheikh gets his Terrence Crawford versus Boots? And they all make a lot. Terrence gets all of this money that he wanted. Are we gonna say anyone's ducking it? No. So, but I think it has to make sense. So, and I think Ennis at this point will have to wait to see. I know he's gonna make his comeback fight in Philly in his first title defense. So, yes, Bud is the best, but he wants a lot of money, and with those other promotion companies, they don't want to lose money. Yeah, and plus it's like, why would we want, like, we can work within our in-house, you know? If Spence wants, when I interviewed Leonard Ellerby, he told me if Spence wants Fedor, he gonna get Fedor. That's just how that shit works. So, who is Albert? Google him. Gold medalist, has a knockout win against a former champion, Jesús Corrales. He's up and coming. Ryan's a real woman. Yes, Ryan's feminine. Does Tank Frank actually happen? Yeah. I'm sure it'll happen. It just hasn't been announced. I think they're still working stuff out. I think they're still like waiting on a few things, but they're close. Why is everyone so butthurt about Ryan being 3 pounds overweight? Devin will weigh more come tomorrow night, over 160 pounds. What up, Danny? What up, Danny? Hey, I want everyone to know right now, if Ryan wins, you gotta give my man Danny props right here. He's been in here in the chat for over a week, saying you know what time it is. Ryan Garcia time is what he got, so. I just think it's just like, they feel, you know, it's unfair. They signed to agree to 140, and Ryan has a 3 pound advantage. Like, that is unfair, you know, but they agreed to make the fight. Ryan coughed some money up, so now there's no excuses, right? So Devin was cool, Bill was cool with the 3 pounds, so 1.5 milli. Ryan's moved up to 147, so smart, so not killing him to make 140. Conor Ben will kill Pacquiao, hurt him badly. I don't think that fight's even gonna happen. 3 pounds bought Devin in a house in Hollywood Hills, yeah. Will the PBC fans turn on Ennis? The PBC fans and the channels don't talk about water anymore. Maybe. Maybe. I mean, I don't know. It's tough because, like, there is, like, a couple fan bases. And there was a consistent Wilder Devin fan base. Which I'm not, this is not me talking about. I'm just talking about what I've noticed. That people were able to be Devin Haney fans when he was with Eddie Hearn, but was also able to be Spence and Wilder fans. I understand some of the messages that comes across, and it can sound like contradiction, but we'll see. I think a lot of PBC fans, I would like to say maybe Earl fans, may have converted to Boots because they feel Boots is close to beat Bud if they don't like Bud or if they want something like that. But I also think, like, fight fans just want to see the best fight the best at the end of the day. And Boots and Bud is really the best welterweight fight out there. So I don't really want to turn this into all that. But there will be people who are very promotional heavy based. And if they are, it's foolish, you know? But either one. Neither one. Ryan make 100 million plus. It's a lot of money for this fight. I don't know if he'll make 100 million plus for this fight. I don't know. I'm not saying I don't know. I do know. That's a lot of money. 100 million? He didn't make 100 million in his last fight. I mean, with Gervonta. Fight is 140 rules. Chump change. No fight has a limit. Best fight for Pitbull next. Best fight to win or best fight for the fans? I think Matias is the best fight. Best fight for him to win? Or like, what we want to see next? Maybe give him Barroso, right? Have him knock off Barroso. You know? I think Barroso's the next fight. If I was PBC, I'd give him Barroso, right? But the best fight to be made is Matias. Okay, so if 140 rules is rules, so Devin should be allowed to fight. I mean, there's the weigh-in weight, and then there's the rehydration. And if you were competing for the IBF, and only in the IBF, you would have a rehydration clause. And, next day morning weigh-in. So, what do you think about Garcia's going to do after this fight? He should fight Rolly. Rolly and him should fight. I met Al Heyman at MGM trying to walk real fast out the building. He will talk, but doesn't like pictures. Tall, skinny, short hair guy. That's what I'm saying. I seen him, but I've never like met him, like talked to, an interview and things like that. I can't say I've seen him at a fight, and I can't say I've seen him in real life, but I've seen footage. And I know people who have seen him and have met him and have so. But no, I've never been but I know he's real, and I have my. Yeah, well, this is not even debunking it. Like you're saying you bumped into some fights. So yeah, he's been at fights. So he's real. There's a lot of footage out there with him. So I thought you were hitting me with one of those conspiracy theories. Ryan's gone beat the Islam. Oh my God. Ryan's the blessed. Everyone's worried about Ryan. Something's wrong with the Haney's too. Adding initials across with more district. Yo, wait, they did what? They put initials on the flag? They really try to create a riot with that. They didn't mark the flag, did they? If they did, that ain't cool. Unless it's like a marketing flag, like, you know, they put DH, but if Ryan wins, I'm gonna riot. Devin made 140, Ryan didn't. Man, you know Devin isn't going to do it in the middle of the ring, trade punchable. We'll see. I think he'll be on the defensive a little bit, and then he'll start to kind of take his chances. We taking his belts and his girls. I take Dana White perspective, the racial shit talk in the fight game. Folks get so offended of what fighters say. Just go back to pottering here. Fight game's not for you. It's the fight game, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I can disagree with a lot of stuff that goes on and things said and stuff like that, but it's fighting, like, you know what I mean? It's kind of, I don't want to say like you have to accept it, but you do. I've been saying 140 pounds, deepest division for 2 years. Who do you think is the best fighter? It's interchangeable. I think it's safe to put Devin. If you feel Devin, that's nothing wrong. I might edge Devin. If you feel Tio for being the lineal champion, for beating the man to beat the man, I think that's fair. I know that he's had inconsistent performances. If you feel like Matisse the boogeyman, fair. And I think Pitbull might have the toughest road. So I said it a little earlier. So if you don't stick to the weight limit, then why bother even the weight classes? You know, that's what I say, right? But you know, there's catch weights and things, and they can pay. You know, so that's what they did. But I just got some chicken nuggets with fries. Hey, waffle fry. Shit sound good. That shit sound good, man. If you were here for the Korean fried chicken combo, man, that would have been complimentary. Dream Team, what do you think about Fury's going to do after win or lose from Usyk? He should fight AJ. And then end it. I met Al, MGM, Floyd Paxi. Yeah, that's pretty dope. You did something. I cover boxing. I've never met Al. Man, the ticket sales skyrocket. Say Austin on. Everyone knows that Ryan's indeed fighting. A lot of people will buy the pay-per-view. What do you think the numbers will be on pay-per-view? I'm not really good with pay-per-view prediction numbers because I don't have like access to all the numbers. So if I gave out a number, I'm just spitting out bullshit, right? There's a lot of people that say numbers, but they're only guessing. They're only looking at other fights and they're making a guess. Is it bigger or smaller than this fight? And because of it, it's gonna fit between this. So I think if I gave out a number, it would be complete bullshit. But I can tell you when numbers come out, if it's bullshit or not. I have a better chance of detecting that. So after the fight, maybe we can discuss that. But as a prediction, I don't know. I do think it'll be less than Ryan and Tank is what I would say. Shushu Carrington and Abdullah Mason, better prospect. I plead the fifth. I think they are both amazing prospects. I think Shushu's now slowly entering contender status, so I think it's safe to put him out of prospect now. So my answer would be the better prospect is Abdullah because he is the prospect, and Shushu is now entering the contender status. So, but Shushu is fighting as a co-main on the Xander Zayas card. I just texted Shushu a few days ago. It was his birthday, so Shushu is literally one of the nicest, most genuine, humblest, coolest guys outside the ring, but one of the most meanest. There's that Brownsville in him, like, you know. So shout out to Shushu. Great person inside and out the ring. If you guys haven't seen it, I'm gonna plug my boy Shushu. He has this really after the stream's over, if you guys have some downtime, I think it's called Brownsville. Brownsville born, right? So all right. You guys get a chance, right? Not right now. It's a film by Tom Gold, and it's a really, like, I'm gonna let you guys know right now, it's a really emotional roller coaster documentary. Like, you got a girl and you watch it, she might cry. You know, if you can relate, you've gone through some stuff, like, so big ups to Shushu. Definitely watch that if you haven't seen it. Me and my girl watched it last year, and it's actually well done. And it's a documentary when he was from the amateurs and I think getting ready to go pro when he was doing the New York Golden Gloves. So the fact that he's the type of person who he is now, coming from that type of stuff, like, a lot of respect, because a lot of people break underneath those things. So my uncle went to mom, granddad, DC, yeah. Can Alicia beat Clarissa? Anyone could be anyone, but I got Clarissa. Size, weight class matters, so. Hey man, a good podcast, you read our text. Of course, man, I appreciate you. You know, even if I don't agree or you want to call me a name, whatever, it's just chat. You guys, that's what I'm here for, right? You guys to throw punches at me or talk. But I appreciate you just rocking in here. Better puncher, Tank, better be, Benavides, anyway. Better be. What type of question is that? I think better be just because he's just naturally strong. So I think he has the God-given power that, like, even if his punches don't look like they're thrown hard, they hurt. Tank is a great puncher, like, lands really good punches. They all have God-gifted power. So let me clear that up first. They all have God-gifted power. I think Benavides is probably the least one out of it because he's more of an accumulated puncher and he lands clean shots. And he's very big. He's a big guy compared to a lot of the guys he fights. Inoue is very sharp. I think Inoue and Tank are in the same category as sharp, precise. But I think Arthur Beterbiev might have the most freakish power in boxing, next to, like, the Wilders and stuff like that. Devin should go fight at his true weight class. That's why he won't fight under the IBF rules. They're both big, you know? But he says he wants to go to 147. Chicken Nuggies. Shakur's next opponent. It's been rumored who his next opponent is, but it's not solidified, so I don't know. Thoughts on Jared Anderson? I think Jared Anderson, his last fight didn't do him any real justice or service, but it's tough because I think Jared has a lot of natural abilities, and I think Jared is very skilled. I think a lot of people have questioned his mental mentality, and I just did an interview with him the week of his fight, and I think that there is some double standards when it comes to the stuff he says, because he's not saying anything any different from any fighters. I think he's just saying this stuff before he won a world championship, and I think that because of it, it doesn't come off. It comes off as hungry, and he's really serious. And the whole, idea of fighters are now saying that, hey, they don't really care for belts is no different from Ryan Garcia. So I'm gonna give Jared time because he's still young, and the heavyweight division is a completely different sport than all the other weight classes. So it really is. If I give Shakur $5, will he rematch Santos? Just kidding. I would like to see that rematch. You know what I mean? I think a lot of criticism has came from that fight, and I think he'll be able to undo some stuff with it. But he said he was injured, so I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. It's only if he consistently does it is then when I'll start to question. 25 years of Columbine. Boxing is alternative to turf wars. Might as well welcome every persuasive narrative talking point imaginable. Boxing lets people fight out respect and gentleman code. Yeah, so we can sit here and complain and nitpick on everything. And don't get me wrong, there's truth in what everybody says about the race and this and hypocrisy. There is. But it's the sport, and they get to fight it out exactly like you said. Beautifully laid out. I love waffles, chicken, and fries. Who don't? I watch ESPN Top Rank. I think Keyshawn should go to 140, and him and Shakur won't fight. Thoughts? I like Keyshawn versus Tio. They already have a story, right? They have this urban gym story, and if they fight, there's a lot more to that story. That's a lot deeper that goes into it. Maybe I'll get Keyshawn. I haven't done an interview with Keyshawn for a while, so maybe I can hit him up And when the time is right, you can really go in depth with it, you know. Haney hasn't fought a fighter at this caliber. You don't think so? You don't think, what do you think of Lomachenko? You don't think Lomachenko is not? There's a weight limit for fights, so like today, Ryan weighed 144. When we fight tomorrow, Broner is done. Haney might not be able to go to Mexico no more. Oh, damn, you're talking about, yeah. The African boxers are coming. Oh, go to YouTube. Get fired. Shushu is legit. I agree. Who are your favorite fighters growing up? What were the fights that got you into boxing? So I'm probably similar like a lot of you guys. Boxing was a family sport to me. And so Roy Jones was the first fighter like I really got into because that was his favorite fighter at the time. So Roy was the guy that got me into it. Floyd and Pacquiao was the one that kind of kept me like in tune to the sport. And then to cover boxing, Andre Ward, Terrence Crawford, were kind of the guys. And I'm gonna say Canelo. Not saying that because of Canelo, but he falls in the category Canelo, Crawford, Andre Ward. A little bit of Gervonta. Like those guys were around the time where I was covering boxing, and then Shakur and Devin started creeping in, and all these guys like Tio and stuff. So this has been my crop of guys that I've been covering. I was covering Tio before he was a world champion. Devin, Shakur. So I would say that would be my crop, but definitely Roy Jones got me into it. Bernard Hopkins, Winky Wright, Shane Mosley. Even De La Hoya, De La Hoya, Trinidad. Yeah, a lot of those guys got me into boxing. Shushu's from Brownsville, Duke Micah's from the Bronx. Dang is blessed. Thanks, dude. Haney and Tio, if he wins, if he loses, Haney Hitchens might be spilled. I'd rather see Haney versus Tio, and I think Hitchens probably should have one more fight and then probably go to Matias. Kind of carve his own path. Can Yarn Buyasi become champ 175? After Better Be leaves, Yard already tried, and he had a good performance. But once Bivol and Better Be kind of, then yeah, I think they have a great chance. But they need to fight each other. I think that's been brewing over UK quite some time. So Ryan versus Crawford, who wins? I got Crawford beating Ryan. So I don't know if I don't want to see Ryan versus Crawford. But Ryan versus Rolly for sure. If he loses, Ryan versus Crawford, if he wins. I think Ryan should just stay in the 140 division and fight like Tio or Matias or Pitbull. He'll make a lot of money, and it has a higher chance of beating him. But Eric, the boxing, is proud of Shushu. Shushu's doing his thing, man. I think Ryan's going to do some crazy in the ring. He's going to start praying and shouting. And jeez, I hope not. But he might, man. We're all waiting for it. Ghana boxers. Ghana boxers have always been known as one of the hardest punchers ever in boxing. So why would Ryan do anything definitively? Because they think Ryan has the opportunity to benefit from a crazy antic, or if he is mentally unstable, he is going to do something. So that's why everyone's saying it. Boys, can anyone tell me where I can watch the fight from? Tomorrow on DAZN, if you're in the US. Devin look weight drain, fight for 20 Nation. Smoke day. Yeah. They both looked a little weight drain. Yeah, I agree. They're both big for the weight. We in shape. We taking his belts and his girls. We can watch the fight, DAZN. They should call Bill Haney with all the hype man shit. He has been doing his thing, man. I said, Ron, thanks for the link. Oh, okay. Best era in boxing was Robinson, as the greatest say. Not a lot of video. I don't want to be one of those guys that act like I know. Really, nobody really knows in this era. A lot of Robinson footage has been removed, and like guys like Larry Merchant has been in that era, and he can compare his opinion, granted, his opinion, from covering from then to now. Burt Sugar, who died later on, but had his opinions, and a lot of people said Ray Robinson was really that guy. And it might be. There was probably a lot less politics, a lot more mafia stuff, but they fought. Like, they fought a lot, so possibly. We probably had less of those. Yeah, the reason I said that is because Ryan called it. He did, but Ryan also called out Jake Paul. You know, Ryan also said a lot of stuff, so. But please give a link so I can watch the fights tomorrow, sir. We don't give links. Sorry. Nigerian boxers, all African boxers are best. African fighters can punch, man. They're good. Haney looks like Bubbles. Wait, how many hours to the fight? The fight's tomorrow. You thought it was right now? No, it's tomorrow, bro. 2010s was a reassurance despite UFC was getting popular. Garcia never took this fight seriously. It was one big joke. We'll find out tomorrow, man, if it all comes crashing down. Yeah, so when we do, I've been on here for I think about a good hour. You know, I just want to come in and touch bases. You know, we have a lot of content if you guys haven't seen it. Pretty much always want to just say, hey, I appreciate you guys. I appreciate RCJ for the super chat. I appreciate everyone who took the time to come in here and give their opinions. You know, really at the end of the day, we're just fight fans, right? We're going to bicker, we're going to debate. But really at the end of the day, when the fight is done, we all going to agree we know who won the fight, hopefully, right? And who lost the fight. But, you know, at a certain point at the end of the day, I think boxing has a great fight tomorrow because it's going to be very entertaining. You're glued in to a fight where it has so many questions that needs to be answered. And the only way is on DAZN, boxing, or wherever you're at, on pay-per-view, or at the Barclays Center if you're in New York. And we're going to get a lot of answers. And we have a lot of consistency in boxing where the guy who's more well-trained, the guy who boxes, the guy's this, or the guy that punches faster, the guy that's harder to hit will pose a threat to this guy. So we can sit here and talk about this all day, but really, what, a little bit over 24 hours, we'll get the answers. So I just want to just tell you guys, look, my final prediction, I got Devin Haney by a potential late round stoppage, if not unanimous. I don't want to say unanimous decision but by decision. And if Ryan wins, man, an incredible upset. I'll give Ryan Garcia all the props in the world. So just come in tomorrow. I'll have a live chat. If you guys aren't checking around, what is it? Okay. If you guys are just kicking it, you guys ain't got nothing else to do, or if you guys are watching the fight with family and then right when the result happens and someone gets knocked out and you want to come in the chat, I'm gonna post all your comments up. You know, I'm gonna have the comment section on the side. You know, so for everybody right now, before I let you guys go, give me your guys' fight prediction so I can have it on the side, on the right side. So it's immortalized in here for proof, so that if anyone doubts you on your pick, I have it right here on the side. So I'll put this up. I'll have this immortalized. And once we get the fight going tomorrow, I'll have a live chat. We'll kick it. We'll have a whole bunch of interviews. My boy Kevin Garcia, my boy Hans. They're out in Barclays Center. So they will be doing all the great coverage from there. So as always, I appreciate you guys. You guys are one of the most chillest chats out there. I've seen chats and other YouTube streams that are very vicious, very disrespectful. And I sense a little family community starting to build a little bit right here with all you guys. So I'll be covering fights, you know, as long as I live, and we'll be doing these streams possibly as long as I live. So grow with me, I'll grow with you guys, and we'll have some fun. So, but as always, I appreciate you guys rocking with FightHype. If you haven't seen any of the great content we had, just right when the stream's over, just scroll down, We got hundreds of interviews, and we'll be out. All right, let me get this up. Oh, here comes the predictions right now. Yep, Ryan by devastating KO. Haney for the win. No respect for those boxers. Undisputed 140. Dream team. Ryan on the knees in the round 6 facing Diddy. And let's see. Is my chat not showing all the way? Oh, he'll never be undisputed. Okay. All right, cool. So I got some of you guys' picks right there. It's immortalized. So as always, appreciate you guys. I'll be out. Keep an eye out on FightHype as always, because we always have the hottest news right when they drop. And as always, follow me on social media. Right here, Ron G FIQ. Appreciate you guys as always, and peace.